a margarita, and a Bloody Mary. 1 beer, 2 beers, 3 beers, a shot of whiskey, a margarita, and a Bloody Mary. 1 beer, 2 beers, 3 beers, a shot.
Welcome to another Thursday night edition of Beyond the Ropes.
Whoa. Give me a little empathy. Give me a little of what's going on. Welcome, brother. Yeah, brother. Yeah. To another Thursday night edition.
I'm still coming off that sickness. I'm still coming off that sickness. I can't give the oh yeah, brother.
I need to feel it. I feel some energy tonight, brother. Come on now. Welcome. Hi, hey, you're here. You're here with us. And it's another Thursday night here at Beyond the Ropes, BTR, baby. Let's go.
I saw the pause in your head because I almost did the same thing the other day. But you know what?
We are not that channel
We're
anymore.
not that. But you know what you gotta do? You gotta hit that Pearl River plunge on that subscribe and follow button on Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, wherever the hell you get your podcasts, iHeart Music. It doesn't matter. You hit that follow, subscribe button, leave some comments, watch some videos, watch the full content of everything that we talk about, all the random nonsense. We had a special episode this past Tuesday with a special guest, Mr. Draven. We did a little mock draft on creating our own pay-per-views that will be presented next Tuesday. But today's Thursday. We're talking about some wrestling.
Yeah, brother. Let's go. I would be remiss if I didn't have anything pulled up. Do you have anything pulled up? Because
absolutely not. Because let's talk about some Dynamite yesterday. You watched some Dynamite a little bit yesterday, right?
I watched some Dynamite yesterday.
All right. So, what do you think about this MJF Adam Hangman Page going? What do you think about this?
Actually, I'm in it. I want to see what's going to happen with these two because I mean,
wait. Before you get into it, let me ask you this. This is a broad question that has nothing to do with that particular feud.
Oh, okay.
Are you interested because you're captivated by a story and a storyline, or are you captivated or interested because of a match they have yet to have?
I'm interested because it was a match yet to have. Their storyline is a little weak. It could,
but it's unique. But it's unique for being there for 6 years. They've only touched one time. They had parallel careers. It just so happened that MJF came in as indie darling from MLW, and Hangman Adam Page came in from New Japan with all this fucking heat and stroke behind him. So they've both been world champions, and I think the story being told is more captivating because I know we both know they can have good matches. They've had each unique death match, bull rope matches, whatever you want to have, with all the awesome matches they had. But I'm more captivated by a story because it's just different from what you usually see on AEW, which is a lot of action. But
right,
I remember Go ahead. You said you're interested in this match yet to be had. What do you mean by that?
Well, you have exactly what it is. You have two heavy hitters that we've only seen once really face each other, and they can put on a banger of a match, both equally. I'm just not feeling the story. I'm not feeling how they're presenting what's going on. Okay, they brought in Christopher Daniels, CD, in the mix because right now, for whatever reason, AEW is pushing MJF and the story of whatever's going on, from what I see, as the legend killer, supposedly, or if you want to call it that. He is going after anyone that has older tenure in the company that has done it or has done it before. We've touched on this a couple weeks back, where him and MJF and Jeff Jarrett's storyline fizzled out,
Yeah.
and now he's going after
He had Dustin
Hangman, or
Rhodes. He had
Hangman's
Dustin
going after
Rhodes.
him.
He had Dustin Rhodes, and that was going pretty good. I thought it could have been built up a little more, but they ended up real quick to start this feud with Hangman. So
yeah, and I don't like how they're trying to push and portray MJF as this kind of person that just keeps going after older folk. It's like, dude, like, why aren't you fighting anybody else? Why aren't you pushing anything with anyone else? You obviously don't want to fight anybody. You're on a limited run schedule, but apparently fans are clamoring for you, whether they're booing or agreeing with you. Do something. Do something. I mean, you're young still, so you can go. You should be getting your reps in, but you don't.
do you think they're limiting him, or he's limiting himself, or
It
they just
could
don't
be
have anything
both.
planned?
Honestly, I mean, MJF has no part in any stories right now. The thing that they didn't really focus on or push on because Adam Cole got hurt was him and Adam Cole.
They didn't capitalize on that, and then that whole devil bullshit just didn't come off right with Adam Cole, the main protagonist, being hurt and couldn't do anything. Like, and then by the time Adam Cole was good to go, that story was fizzled out, and MJF had been out of TV because he was doing movies. He was doing Happy Gilmore and whatever other and whatever other movies he's been in lately. So, I mean, I think I say on that one, shame on AEW for fucking burning it. But at the same time, if you're not being booked and you're too busy doing other shit, it's hard to be in any type of storyline. And right now, it's a pretty decent one. Like you said, like it's not the greatest, but it is a storyline currently on TV that's people are getting interested in.
Why don't you do something different? Build up a whole slew of like jobber matches with MJF. Do something different. Line up a whole month worth or a whole once a week, every week. You fight your nobodies, Aaron Solo. I mean, they're not really nobodies because I mean they have been wrestling, they have been there, but those that aren't high up on the card anymore. Somebody from
Dark Order.
Yes, thank you. That's what I was looking for. Somebody from Dark Order, somebody from one of those meat guys.
Private Party.
Yeah.
I get you.
They have somewhat of a name, and just let them beat them senseless every week until you bring in your one that's going to come and save the day and be like, look, I'm tired of you beating up on the whole locker room. I'm tired of you doing all this other mess. I'm here to handle business and take you out, kind of thing. Maybe put a Darby Allin in that, or somebody else who's becoming an MJF could put over. I mean, MJF's not going to put anyone over because the way that he is and the way he holds his stature of his character. But maybe there is somebody that he could do something with. But
I honestly think that there's no one there's no one right now that is even at the level where anyone could build each other up right now.
Level of the devil.
No, not even that. It's just I don't think anyone's at any particular level to help build anybody up. Like your major stars are in this flop of a fucking storyline with Death Riders. Like that's such a flop. Like that's such a waste of this championship when someone like Orange Cassidy could have been holding it and carrying it and defending it. But you haven't even seen the championship. It's this shit storyline. So that's out the realm. You got FTR teaming up with Danny Garcia, and they're starting to get a feud going with Undisputed Kingdom. That's heating up. You have Ricochet and Swerve Strickland. That's heating up because there's some what's the word?
Old animosity.
Old brought up animosity that you bring up two people who have big egos, and it plays well because they're good wrestlers. But this MJF thing, like I think they initially just threw something together with Hangman because he was looking for something. And it's starting to work.
Somebody else.
And it is kind of work because of there's a history that doesn't exist, which is weird that someone didn't touch other than one time in 6 years. That's pretty wild. And they're both were champions at some point, so I can see that building up. But I think the ball was dropped a while ago, so now people aren't sure if Hangman's a good guy or bad guy, or MJF's a good guy or bad guy, because they both came out of the heel tunnel. But just a couple of months ago, MJF was a face, and a couple of months ago, Hangman was a heel after burning Swerve Strickland's house down. Like where the fuck you at, right? Like it's just a who am I situation. Like we talked about with Charlotte Flair. Like who is Charlotte Flair? Who is MJF and who is Hangman? And I think they're starting to piece something together. And I'm actually looking forward to that match at Revolution on March 9th. Like I feel like we know they can go. It's something that's heating up, but I also don't want that to be a one and done like AEW usually does. They build this up and then they have a match and then that's over with. And yeah, I think there could be a little bit more to that, like how MJF had that program with CM Punk or that program with Bryan Danielson. Like you could build it up a little bit longer, even though they're going to have matches. It's just how are you going to play it? Who's going to be the good guy and bad guy in this situation by the time summer rolls around? And that's just in a couple of months, right? So I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting.
What do you think about the Revolution card that's building up so far? I mean, realistically, we have 2 weeks before that.
Well, you have
your biggest draw your biggest draw is Cope right now. Cope and
Mox. I could care less about this whole fucking storyline. Like they obviously had to go to the well because nothing was generating. Where now Cope is taking out all the lackeys. But that's what you would call wrestling 101, right? That's wrestling 101 right there with Jonathan.
And real quick plug in, be sure to catch our new little snippets with our other correspondent, Jonathan, as he gives his takes on wrestling 101 bits. And you'll see them on the socials and you'll see them as they pop up as we get through them. Hopefully one a week, if not more.
Yeah, like hopefully once a week, you'll hear little wrestling opinions from people who love wrestling. But nonetheless, I mean, so it's just you're going to the well for something that I personally am not even interested in. Are you? Do you care about this at all?
I want if Copeland wins over Moxley, which it kind of looks like they're pushing because Tony Khan's a big mark for former WWE wrestlers that he could put belts on because he thinks it sells or does something with it. That I want to see if they're going to put it, how they're going to bring back the belt. Is it really in that suitcase? Is it just a paper? Because I mean, if they're trying to play some kind of long story with what's going on, I saw something on the socials where someone was talking about. Remember when the Young Bucks were in charge, the EVPs were there, and before Moxley won the belt or took the belt, they were shredding a whole bunch of papers and things before them and who was the Jack Perry split and ended up going to New Japan. They were somehow that was going to coincide with whatever Moxley has in the briefcase, or at least that's the story untold. The long-term story untold. So I don't know how that's going to play out, how that will play out, if it will play out, if that even has anything to do with anything. But that's kind of left like a big old question mark. Like, how are you going to progress this story, do something with it, or is there even still a belt anymore? Did they get rid of it, or what's going on?
You're going to get a rated R new superstar belt.
Hey,
I
mean, go AEWmerch.com, man, or not check it out the tables right? every time they show up.
6 years, you can change it up the World Heavyweight Championship for something different. It don't have to be the same.
Well, right now they do actually have they borrowed an idea from WWE where they have the removable side plates.
I bought some side plates. I got Daniel Bryan side plates, and yeah, it's very cool because they changed from the double to the single.
Wait, you bought WWE Daniel Bryan side plates for your belt?
No. I bought AEW side plates for a belt I don't have.
But whose plates do you have?
Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson.
There you go. That's what I was waiting for. I was like, wait a minute. Daniel Bryan no longer exists, sir.
He does. In the hearts and minds of every wrestler.
I'm surprised with all those belts back there that you do not have the Eco World Championship belt.
Dude, that belt's so hard to find, and believe me,
yeah, it is.
If I could, I would. The last time I saw it, and it was a rarity that was actually for sale. But last time I saw it, it was like $1,500.
I believe it.
And I was like,
and can you believe those belts that you have back there hanging? I've got a few myself, but they're in my living room. You know, a good replica you can pay anywhere $300 to $500.
Yeah,
brand new off the website, off of WWEshop.com. Shout out. You can get a nice one for 500. They got
wait. You remember a company called A through Z Belts, and one of our former co-hosts. Shout
out Cody Russo with his favorite shop, A to Z Belts.com.
Let me give you a quick we'll call it Cliff Notes story about this particular shop. Our good friend went out of his way, and he was super pumped to buy an IWGP United States Championship belt.
He really wanted that belt so bad.
He orders it. Lo and behold, it comes in. It's an NWA United States Championship belt. Cool.
Yep.
Shit happens, right?
It's not a bad belt.
Not a bad belt. It's just not the company. Just not the company he wanted. He returns it. We're doing a live show on our former podcast,
and he decided to do an unboxing of all things.
And then while we're recording, he gets a notification on his phone that the belt has been delivered. So he's like, "Oh hell yeah, guys! Let me do an unboxing live since they just came." No bullshit. Here's my fucking phone. Blah 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 blah. He's like super excited, and this is the best part. This is have you ever seen South Park and Cartman licks someone's tears after he murdered their family? So this is the part. He's super pumped. He has this big
right there.
He has this big shit grin on his face, and he's like, "Dude, I finally got this Kenny Omega style IWGP United States Championship," and he opens it up. And this big old shit grin turns into, what the fuck, look. And then he slowly pulls out this belt, like a slow review of what he just got. And lo and behold, it's the same fucking belt.
He revealed the same belt.
You know what? Hey, speaking of which, give me a second.
I was about to say, you had me at slow reveal. And I know for a good while we were taking fun jabs at each other, like good brothers do, and we were calling him Cody Two Belts.
This is the belt. This is the belt.
You actually got it from him. Look at that.
He sent it to me, but this is the one that he pulled out, assuming that he was going to have some other IWGP belt.
He wanted the New Japan Wrestling belt so bad.
He hated it so much that he sent me one of them. Let me put it back real quick.
That is hilarious. Cody Russo, he is our on and off producer that helps us out with our podcast here. You can always catch him on the Cody and Friends podcast, where they always talk about their love of sports. They do a nice little sports show. Catch them, and also shout out to P Breezy PB, who helps out with our music and likes to jump in the chat from time to time.
Shout out to them. Hey, you know what? Hit a Shooting Star Press on Cody Brusso's talk show. Follow, subscribe him. Follow PB.
Well, what's it? What was it? Cody and Millie and Friends? I believe the show's called
Cody Brusso Sports and Friends.
There you go. Shout out to Cody Two Belts.
Cody Two Belts.
Cody Two Belts.
That just reminded me of the A through Z. I had to tell that story.
A to Z belt.
It's a funny story, and hey, it happens to the best of us. I can tell you right now, if you can't see it, but there's a belt right behind me, right here. I ordered this replica, what I thought was from the shop, and it was from WWE Shop Women's SmackDown Championship. I bought it. It comes in. I'm super pumped. Well, turns out it is a replica Women's SmackDown belt, but it's a fucking kid's replica. It's so small. It's like this big. I was man. Oh my god! Well, you can't win them all, man. You can't win them all.
Yeah. Sometimes it's just not meant to be. That's crazy.
Read the fine print. Read the fine print on what you're buying.
Read the description.
That's what it is. Read the description.
For the sizes. Don't be afraid to get a tape measure and check it out.
It's funny. For real. It's funny.
For real.
We all go through it, and hey, you can't win them all. But regardless, good times about the belt. But back to AEW.
Okay. We'll keep it on AEW because I do want to talk to WWE here in a little bit because I got
absolutely.
I got a little soft spot. I got a little one I want to bring out because but anyway, AEW.
I want to talk about this. I want to talk about actually like what I mentioned just a second ago.
Mm-hmm.
This little rivalry that's starting to happen between Undisputed Kingdom and Danny Garcia, and it's either Danny Garcia, Daddy Magic, or maybe Danny Garcia, and this week was FTR. They're putting out some bangers, dude. They're putting out some good matches, and you're starting to see the work rate. You're starting to see that they're trusting Adam Cole again because he's about to get the push this Saturday when he faces Danny Garcia for the TNT Championship belt. So
could you wait? Which championship belt is that again?
TNT Championship belt. You know, I think I have something. Let me see if I have it.
We're gonna see Adam Cole versus Danny Garcia fight for Danny Garcia's TNT Championship belt. And I remember at one point it did come in another color. And look at that beauty right there. Look at that beauty right there. Oh,
look at that. Ooh, AEW.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Signed by Mr. Shiny. Cody Rhodes right there.
Look at that. Look at that.
Thank you, High Spots. When you want to buy some legitimate, you wrestling merch. If you're a wrestling fan, you want autographs, anything, toys, collectibles, go to High Spots.
Is there any way that we can rename this episode to Shameless Plugs?
Hey, it could be Shameless Plugs.
It's a Shameless Plug episode because we're just plugging our friends and we're plugging all the people out there. It's just a Shameless Plug episode. I
Shameless
love it.
I like that. That is going to be the name of the episode. You'll catch that live on YouTube and Spotify and Apple Music.
Whoa.
And Amazon Music. And iTunes. Hell yeah. We're going to be on everything. iTunes. Yeah, we're moving on up.
Well, and every single thing. My iPod 6 that connects to the internet and I can watch it on my
I got my shuffle. Whatever. I can still hear it. But yeah. Shameless Plugs. Hey, like I said, hit that shooting star press. Use that lion tamer on that follow button. Right?
There you go.
When we're going to do Shameless Plugs, you might as well just lean right into it.
Are you saying to hit a Canadian destroyer and smash that like button?
That's correct.
Wow.
And all while drinking a little bit of Topo Chico.
Oh, here we go.
Woo! Topo Chico. You might even find a motherfucker or two.
There you go. Oh man, we're cooking tonight on a Thursday. Look at you. We're cooking tonight on a Thursday.
We're gonna get a little sauced up.
There you go. So we're talking Adam Cole versus Daniel Garcia.
Yes.
Who do you and this is Collision or is this at Revolution?
This is Collision. They're doing it live this Saturday.
So okay, I got two questions. Number one, who's your take? And number two, if Adam Cole does not win, do they run it back at Revolution?
I don't think Adam Cole does win because Danny Garcia is starting to finally be on TV a little more with the belt. Mm-hmm. So, and he's good. So they're going to let him run it back a couple of times. But I think Adam Cole will lose and they will have some kind of the brass ring, something tournament to see the next competitor, which I think if everything plays right, maybe Adam Cole or someone from the Undisputed Kingdom wins again because Roderick Strong fought for someone's belt the other day. Mm-hmm. And then he lost. And then Kyle O'Reilly fought someone not for their belt, I think a Ring of Honor, and lost. So they're taking a lot of L's right now. So I think they're due for a win. And I think they were talking about the Trios Championship, but that's still, is it the ROH Trios or is it the AEW Trios? Right now, it's just, you're kind of in this limbo because there's a lot of things going on. And there's a lot of belts, but there's not enough time to create these stories, right? There's unfortunately, there's just not enough time to create these stories and something gets pushed to the wayside. So I don't think Adam Cole takes it, but at the same time, I don't think he deserves it yet.
Do you think it's a clean win for Daniel Garcia?
It has to be. And I think this is where he starts leaning into. I think it's a clean win for him, but with a distraction. A distraction, not caused by him. So he's still gonna save face, but he's still gonna take the win. Like, hey, fuck tough shit. I don't care. I won. A win's a win. But I think being a good guy, you're starting to see him like he's trying to be the good guy. Him and Adam Cole are trying to be the good guys for the team because after Undisputed Kingdom won this yesterday, FTR Kyle O'Reilly kicked Danny Garcia's hand when he was about to shake Adam Cole's hand, kicked his hand, and then Dax and they got into it. FTR got into it with the other guys, Kyle O'Reilly. So now they're going to have a match on Saturday. Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong versus FTR. And the only people who were trying to break it up was Danny Garcia and Adam Cole. Well, there's an instance right before they go off, not go off air, but they go into the next segment. Danny Garcia, like Adam Cole's like holding back Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong. And he's like, hey, dude, chill the fuck out. We won. And Danny Garcia just turns around and just pushes the fuck out of him. Like you know, when you try to push someone to like push them and they're like, oh, like they fucking lose their balance. So you can kind of get like whiplash. He did it to Adam Cole, and Adam Cole's like, what the fuck, dude? So I think he's starting to lean into it a little bit because people are starting to, because he hasn't defended it, they're starting to kind of boo him a little bit. Like I said, Adam Cole and the Undisputed Kingdom are getting hot. They're starting to be more of the face than the heels, but they're still coming out of the heel tunnel. So you know what I'm saying? Like this is a weird spot. This is the weird spot where I think people are trying to find their footing to go into the spring and summer. So
now I'm gonna go ahead and just shit all over everything you said right now. I'm gonna go a different route.
Oh,
because I see where you're coming from, and I like it. I do see it. But if you're really gonna give more for the Undisputed Kingdom to do something, since you're saying they're hot, which I do believe they are as well. Either in my brain, two things are going to happen. Maybe they could. I hope they would. Daniel Garcia wins via distraction by someone else outside, possibly somebody from the Death Riders.
They did because Undisputed Kingdom had that match with Death Riders. Yeah, they had that match.
All right. So I see that happening, and then maybe them running back at Revolution because of that, and possibly giving it to Adam Cole because now they're putting stock back in him.
They are.
If they don't, well, let's say they do run it back, and it's a no DQ match. All the ruffling happens in the background, or whatever the case, and they do keep it with Daniel Garcia because they want to build him up, and he starts going heel. Okay, great, cool. He does. Maybe it's not a clean win. He does a low blow, the behind the foot, sack tap, kind of thing. There's no extra outside interference.
The donkey kick.
Yeah, there you go. So there's something that goes like that. Daniel Garcia keeps it great, but if you're going to keep Undisputed hot, it would make total sense for them to go against the Death Riders and create some long-term storytelling with them where you see them doing 1v1s or 2v2s and then actually trio stuff. And then if it's not at Revolution, obviously it's too soon because Cope is taking everybody out. The next one after that is All In.
Yeah, All In here in Texas. Here in Texas, yeah. All
All Out. All Out is first and then All In.
No, All In's first. All Out's next after that.
Okay, well then it would be smart to have that build up because All In is.
Give me 1 second. There's a Drizzle Bizzle XL on the chat. That's my cousin Andrew. What up? What up, big dog? Appreciate you coming in. Appreciate you coming in.
That's what's up. So if we have that workout, when it's All In? Is it in June?
June 12th.
So you have
I will be there. I'll be there. 2 free tickets.
You that's right. You will have it. You will have at least a good 8 to 10 weeks to build some kind of story between them if they're going to take it that long. Of course, they can find other people in between, but it would be nice to see that happen.
My only issue with what you're saying, and because that sounds like a good thing. It's just it's hard to build that trios thing because of this Cope story that he's taking them out. So I can see the one-on-ones right now because the only person technically left is Yuta. They took out Pac. They took out Mio Shafir. They took out Claudio this week. So
they didn't really take Claudio out though. He was down, but he wasn't out because he didn't get the concerto.
Yeah, he did. He got one. You got one,
Oh,
and then
okay.
he was about to do it to Mir Shafir, and then your favorite person, Nia Jax 2.0, came out and gave it to her. Yeah, yeah.
Good old
So,
Willow.
yeah. What it do, big dog? But hey, I mean, that's the beauty of wrestling. It can go anywhere. It can change directions, and like I said, Adam Cole and his group, they're kind of heels, but they're kind of not, because they've been facing heels like the Death Riders a couple of weeks ago here in Texas, and they beat them, or they lost by disqualification or something like that. And now they're fighting FTR, who are clearly faces, and Danny Garcia's a face, and they're kind of like the heels. So it's like I said, I think it's the couple of months that are building up to trying to define their roles moving forward for now, right? Everything changes. I mean, look, Swerve Strickland's a good guy now, and Ricochet is the
he's hated so much, and I don't understand it, because he came in with high hopes and he was doing all his things.
They had to pivot, dude. They had to pivot. He came in, people were fucking pumped. He had a match, and all of a sudden there was someone booing him. They started throwing toilet paper at him. Well, I think people, AEW neglected how hot Swerve is, and people instead of Swerve still being technically the heel after fucking in home invasion on Adam Page's house, you do what you gotta do, and now all of a sudden Swerve's a good guy. So yeah, here we are.
Yep. Here we are.
Well, let's talk about a little bit of WWE. I know you said you wanted to get into it.
Man, they kept hyping up SmackDown, and SmackDown reserves all the hype. Now it's gone to the 3-hour show on the USA Network.
Yeah, they took over a 3-hour spot for sure.
And they kept hyping the final boss. It's time for the final boss to come on in and make his appearance on live TV. And that's great, because every time it does happen, what do? They give the man like 45 minutes that he doesn't need, taking matches away from people that didn't get to fight because they're trying to get their TV time too. But of course, when you are part owner with TKO, you can do whatever you want, right?
The board of directors, that's correct.
And what a segment it was. I mean, he's there. I don't understand the reason. I'm flabbergasted with it, because he's so teetered on the line of, I'm with you fans, but I'm The Rock and I hate you. But look at my goosebumps. But shut up, you monkey bitch.
Like, yeah, you fucking. This is the capital of STDs, New Orleans.
Yes. You're gonna go.
I'm gonna slap the syphilis off your face.
Yes, I'm gonna slap the syphilis, but look at my. It's like, shut up, dude. And then he has the nerve and the gall to call out Cody Rhodes, and I get it, because he wants to talk to him. He pulled him from a match. It was supposed to be a trios match that was going to happen. Gets pulled from that match, brings him out so he can talk to him. So Cody's there in his nice suit. He's got the Universal Championship on his shoulder, and they're talking about how he's so grateful for Cody. They became friends. They've been texting backstage. They call each other once in a while, FaceTime, all that good shit. And then they have even the moms. They showed the moms on the screen. They're at the last WrestleMania, and they're taking pictures together. And Mama Rhodes and Mama Rock. And then they are just being ever so glad and dandy. And then Rock has a proposition for Cody, and he wants him to be his champion. Well, you're part of WWE. He is your champion, dummy.
Well, I think what it is he wants him to be
be his champion, and he doesn't want to give him the moniker of People's Champion. He wants something more. He wants his soul. I want your soul.
Well, they are going to New Orleans. It's the voodoo capital. The voodoo capital.
Let's get this over. Let's get this out. The only one that can ask for your soul and take it is The Undertaker. If you do not remember anything from 1997 and 2002, you're stupid. I'm sorry.
He was going to dig holes. He's going to dig some holes and take some souls.
Thank you. The only one that can ask for it properly is when he's wearing that hat, he's got the gray gloves and matching boots on, and says, "I will take your soul." That's the only one who can get you.
Drizzle Bizzle say he's about to give him the clap slap. That's correct.
Rub it real hard and then
right in the face. Give him that fish smell.
I don't know where they're trying to go with this, and
there's too many pivots. There's too many.
Could we finally see a Cody heel turn? Why would he turn against the fans so quick, though? I get it. He will be able to get everything that he ever wished for, like rubbing the genie lamp, and there you go, right?
I mean,
He's got
the Rock told him, "Hey, dude, I can do a lot for you and your family and your wife and your kids." And he's really turning the key on, dude. I think you forget, me and you are the same. Us and them, we're different. We grew up in this business. We live this business. We are this business. And people counted us out. And look where we're at now. What are they going to do for you? The people will turn on you. The people, I think he's trying to get his head. You're not the people's champ. You're my champ because I'm the champ for the people. So you're going to go through me because I need everything to go revolve around what I'm doing. So I think he's trying to play that. Hey, I'm going to take your soul. I need to be in your holes. Whatever, however you want to play it. That's what he's trying to do. But it's so counterintuitive from him turning around and doing a press conference for the New Orleans press and talking about how pumped he is about a storyline. That Rock on that the final boss is the final boss. I'm Dwayne Johnson. You know? And how can you fucking do that mere minutes, hours, right after this promo? It'd be different if he waited a week and let people stew in it from what he said. But he like just flipped it on a dime, and it's very confusing because is he trying to interject himself? Is he trying to set up something for WrestleMania 42 in New Orleans? Like this could be a super long play. This could be really, really, really stupid. I feel like it's just something that they're trying to come up with because he interjected himself after Bad Blood. He gave Cody the "I'm gonna kill you" sign, and there was never any payoff. He told Roman Reigns that he's a tribal chief. So how can they pay anything off from that one? Like, there's just too many things going on.
So are you saying I'm hearing you loud and clear, and what is screaming at me right now? Are you saying that Rock is sabotaging storylines?
I feel like he is. Absolutely. This is something where he's sabotaging a storyline, but at the same time, he doesn't know what to do because he's just kind of making it up as he goes, which would be fine if it wasn't affecting main storylines. If it was like little side quest shit, that wouldn't be a big deal.
Yeah.
Okay, interject yourself however you want. But when you're this close to fucking WrestleMania, and you're about to find out who's going to be Cody's competitor at Elimination Chamber this Saturday at 7 p.m.
March 1st, baby. Let's go.
So like, it's almost like a slap to the face to the fans. Like, don't pull this Cody crybaby bullshit again. Like, it worked. It paid itself off. Luckily, last year. Don't try to mix it up now. I get it. You're famous and you're the fucking Rock, and hell yeah, cool. You're a lot of things, especially for WWE. But we don't need legends anymore at these WrestleManias. We don't need any legends to come to do a match, to do a one-off anymore. Realistically, we don't. The WrestleManias don't need help anymore. There's so much shit going on with the stars that they already created. They don't need to do this stuff. So interjecting The Rock almost seems like a double-edged sword. Like, could it be good for business? Absolutely, because you get new eyes or people who only know The Rock and don't know wrestling. But the other end is you're really just slapping all the true fans who have been there from the get-go. Like, so it's how do you play it? The people who fucking stuck with you through the whole thing, or you're the people who don't know shit about wrestling and are trying to come in. You're already doing that with Logan Paul. Like, you're already doing that with a lot of wrestlers. Like, you don't need to interject himself to pull that shit this way. So I'm a little torn. You know, I like The Rock, and of course, but I also don't like. It's okay to mix shit up. I just don't like you fucking things up. There's a big difference, right? You can mix it up, but don't fuck it up. Like, there's a big thing.
There you go.
So
I agree.
There's a lot of wrestling going on. And I'm pretty excited for this. I won't be here. I'm leaving tomorrow to Vegas. So I'll be watching
Cheap Plex.
I'll be cheap plug Vegas.com. Go to Vegas.com. Love that Joker. Love that Joker. What was it?
Love that Joker.
So I'll be going to Vegas tomorrow at 5 a.m. So pray for me. But
there you go.
I'll be watching it over there. I'm gonna make a bet because WWE takes bets for their fucking pay-per-view. So I'm gonna put my money, and I might lose it because I can't see him. I'm gonna put my money on John Cena winning.
Wait a minute.
It's Elimination Chamber.
You're not gonna go through DraftKings.com and
I'm doing it live.
Get a good piece of the $10,000 that they put up for grabs every pay-per-view. You're not going to DraftKings.com.
It would make sense. It would make
episode, right?
It would make sense to go to DraftKings.com if you weren't in Vegas, since you can gamble online. But I will be in Vegas.com in Las Vegas, and I don't have to do DraftKings.com.
There you go. There you go. I like it.
Hey, maybe one of these sponsors will at some point sponsor us.
Yeah, thank you. Hey, Drizzle Bizzle, do us a favor and put us out there, man.
Shameless plugs. Drizzle Bizzle also has a Twitch channel where he fucking does live streams on video gaming. So catch Drizzle Bizzle XL. Yeah, he does live streams on Fortnite and I don't Rocket League and all that other shit. I have no idea about.
What else do you do? That Marvel Rivals? You mess with that Marvel Rivals, or I don't know what else is cool.
I don't play anything. I'm not cool. I'm not
Star
hip.
Wars Rivals.
I'm cool. I'm hip. Huh?
I don't know what else is good. What else do the kids play these days?
What else do the kids play today? Because God knows I don't know shit. Call of Duty. Yeah. Isn't there PUBG? Is that old? That new?
Yeah, that year. Yeah, no.
Wrong year.
Yeah.
wrong year.
Yeah, that was before COVID. That was before COVID.
COD is dead, he says.
That's why I said Call of Duty 12. So since we were already scratching at it, Chamber, what's going on with
Love that Joker. Hey, give me since the pay-per-view is Saturday, give me your predictions on the winners on the upcoming matches. Are you gonna pull up that card real quick?
I'm gonna try to find it if I can get 2 seconds here, because
absolutely. While Fernando's pulling up that match card for Elimination Chamber in Toronto, Canada. Again, if you want to watch it back, Twitch VODs, Spotify with video, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music. You can catch us all at Beyond the Ropes Pod. All the socials are on there, on Instagram, on YouTube. You can get all our links anywhere you seem to catch any of these live videos. But we appreciate you tuning in live another Thursday night in this episodic edition of Beyond the Ropes, where we're just discussing AEW and WWE, and we're about to get into this pay-per-view coming up this Saturday. Have you pulled it up, sir?
I think I pulled it up. I think I found one that has it, because everybody in their
mama wants to talk about the wrestling. Absolutely.
Exactly. So we do have 2 chamber matches, a men's and a women. And then we also have the unsanctioned match between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Is there another match? Is that it? Those three?
Right now, those are the only 3 that are on there, but I believe that's not going to take the whole pay-per-view. The 2 chamber matches are not going to take the whole pay-per-view. They're probably going to add one more in, probably by SmackDown. I'm gonna assume that, because we didn't have any. We had on Raw, the women's tag team champions championship belts did move over from Bianca Belair and Naomi to the Judgment Day, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. That was a shock. So they may run it back. Nothing else has been said, but there's only 3 matches so far that I'm seeing.
I'm seeing that too. It says that The Rock is going to seek an answer from Cody Rhodes. That's one thing. Then you got the women's. Oh, you got a Tiffany Stratton. Oh, Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus versus Nia Jax and Candice LeRae.
That's a tag team match. There you go.
Oh, you know what you want to call Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus? TNT. Tiffany and Trish. Hey. Tiffy and Trish.
TNT. I like
TNT. That. So let's go through this match card real quick. Well, let's start with the men's elimination chamber. Who's in that match?
In the men's chamber, we have John Cena, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul, Damian Priest, Seth Rollins. So they all did qualify, other than John Cena, who announced that he was going to be in the chamber match. Everyone else
he said I don't need to do shit. I'm the fucking GOAT.
Yeah, he pulled his rank because he's on his way out. So I mean, if you have 20-something years in the business and you won plenty of championships and stuff, and you're on your way out, you're on your retirement tour, you can do whatever you want basically, and they'll do it. So why not, right?
And he's been a company guy through and through. You just give him his fucking due and let him do what he wants. Who cares? But
that's right.
Out of those people, give your honest opinion on who do you feel is the best one, who he thinks is going to win, and who is truly the best opponent for Cody Rhodes.
It's hard to say, in my opinion, the best because they're all very good.
They all have their pros and cons. They all have their pros and cons for sure.
They all have why they're going to be part of WrestleMania.
But if I was gonna put a Smith and if I was gonna put a Smith and Wesson 22 because we're doing shameless plugs, if I was to put a Smith and Wesson 22 to your head, who would you pick?
Well, I can't do it if you keep jumping on top of me.
First, I have to put the Smith 22 on your head.
I don't want to put that gun in my head. Let me just talk and I'll give you my opinion. So, my opinion, I would put CM Punk because he's a draw. He also has not had his WrestleMania main event for a championship like he's been wanting. That would be great to see, in my opinion. But the only other match out of here that I would like to really, really see would be John Cena and actually him going for the 17th title. So for me, it's a toss-up. For me, it's a heavy toss-up because I want to see Punk because he's also on his way out. He just hasn't announced it like Cena because they're going to give Cena his flowers and he'll be next year, 2026 Hall of Fame. Guaranteed.
Yeah, but they're not going to wait. They're not going to wait on that one.
They're both big draws. We've seen everybody else do it. Drew McIntyre, I don't see him holding on to.
He floundered his last win in WrestleMania.
I don't see him holding the Universal Championship. Logan Paul, too soon. He will at one point or another, but World Heavyweight first. Damian Priest, it would be nice to see him hold on to the Universal. That way he's had both, but they're trying to still hold the Universal to a higher status, I believe. So I wouldn't put him on it yet. Seth Rollins, he could do it. Seth Rollins could do it, but I don't think it's his time right now with Cody. No,
agreed.
Right now, your choices are CM Punk and John Cena, due to the fact that John Cena's on his way out. He needs to win number 17, and CM Punk needs his story ending to go on and fight for the championship one more time. Even if he holds it till SummerSlam, he gets that one written in the books that he had his WrestleMania moment.
I hate to admit this realistically, but out of all 6 competitors, the only person I really want to see is CM Punk. Not because I think he's better than one or the other. It's the story is more compelling, 100%. He's able to have, if he goes and then he faces Cody, the story between what him and The Rock had can coincide with the Cody situation. Him and his situation with Cody can coincide. If somehow he wins and they push him to have that main event at WrestleMania, he wins. Now you can have a storyline with fucking John Cena. You can have a storyline with Randy Orton. You can have a storyline with Logan Paul. You can have a lot of storylines with him. Right now,
you struck a nerve, and I gotta bring it up. Run it. Punk has been saying it since Cena came back. Let Punk go over. He's got the belt, and they run it back one more time. Punk versus Cena at SummerSlam.
There you go. So you see what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Chicago.
I hate to say it, but at the end of the day, more stories come out of CM Punk winning than anyone else. 100%. Yep. Like, yes, it would be awesome to see John Cena, but it's hard to have face versus face. It's hard. Yeah. CM Punk is a tweener. So yes, people love him, but people also love to hate him. So he can play that tweener to Cody, and he can have a storyline between Cody, The Rock, his fucking favor with Roman Reigns. There's a lot more things that you can tie in with that compared to everyone else. The only other person on here that could do it, I think personally, is Seth Rollins. But Seth Rollins, this isn't his time yet. He will get it. He'll get it. But he's also like John Cena. He's a lifer. He's going to be there, hopefully, for the rest of his career. So I don't see this happening right now. It's not his story right now. It's someone else's story. And maybe when CM Punk wins, then he can run it back with CM Punk. There you go. Like, all these things are possible, but someone has to be heel and face. That's the way WWE works. They don't put face and face. They don't put heel and heel. Someone has to be heel and face. So there is no clear definition on who's heel or face outside of fucking Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre. They're the only heels on this fucking card.
Yep.
So someone's going to have to make a turn, and the best person to make that turn with no effect to him or money-wise is CM Punk. So there you go. That's that's my hot take on that one. What's the next match?
Let's run the women's chamber match. Liv Morgan, Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, Bayley, Naomi, Roxanne Perez, or Perez, better known as.
This is for
fight for Rhea
Ripley's. Okay.
Rhea Ripley's World Heavyweight Championship.
Let me give my hot take first, since you did the men's. I feel this is, as crazy as it sounds, this is a Roxanne Perez's moment. Mm-hmm. Every other woman on here have other storylines going on for him. Liv just won the tag team championship belt. Her and Rhea, let that story fizzle out for a little bit, and then you can reignite it later, right? Mm-hmm. Naomi and Bianca Belair really have a story amongst themselves within this chamber, so that has nothing to do with the championship. Mm-hmm. Bayley just had the championship and lost it not too long ago. I think right now she's mixing it up with Roxanne Perez and NXT women, so that could be something to build up if Roxanne Perez goes for the championship. And Alexa Bliss, she hasn't been here, she hasn't been back too long, and hasn't really had a match outside of that number one's contender match after the Royal Rumble. So I feel like I think she's good for business. She knows what business is. So I don't think she's trying to push herself to get to the top anytime soon. She's just happy to be back and play her story. And I think her story really has to do with the Wyatt 6 when that starts getting closer, whenever they start building that up. So in reality, if you take out all those people, the only people who are left is really just Roxanne Perez, because they're already pushing her out of NXT because she's done all she could do. She's done the TNA shit. She's done the NXT shit. She's made appearances on SmackDown and Raw and the Royal Rumble and some pay-per-views. She is the prodigy. She's wrestled at Reality of Wrestling at Booker T's, and she can do it, dude. I think she would have a great match. Even being undersized, she is more of a heel than Rhea Ripley could ever be at this moment. And she has the heat for it to be a true David and Goliath, but reverse. The bad guy is David, and the Goliath is the good guy. So I'm actually pumped to see this match, because again, it's wrestling. You just never know what's going to happen. Does Jade Cargill get here and she says Bianca Belair is the one who attacked me? You just don't know, right? So I'm shooting for Roxanne Perez on this one. How about you?
I'm in the same boat. I'm not gonna lie. Liv Morgan, I think their feud has fizzled out. Bianca Belair and Naomi, I would like to see Bianca up there again, but her facing Rhea, it doesn't do anything for me. It doesn't.
It's two faces. Again, there has to be heel face. So
but
not yet.
Hey, this is my moment. You shush your face. The reason why I'm not saying is fuck your two faces. What I'm saying is, let's say Jade does come out during their match. Her music pops. They have a moment. Naomi's like, what? And there's Jade saying, you did it to me. Naomi beats the shit out of Bianca. Bianca turns heel overnight. Even then, Bianca as a heel versus Rhea Ripley does nothing for me. I don't want to see it. That's why I say that. Bianca is basically the women's John Cena. She's the face for everything. She shows up for everything. Belt or not, she's signing autographs, hugging babies, selfies with all the kids. She's the female John Cena right now. So to have her turn heel, that would be smart and stupid at the same time. It'd be a good play because you're gonna put Jade Cargill way over. But is she ready? Quick. Is she ready to take on the responsibility? Because it doesn't look like she will. They protected her in AEW. They're not going to protect her in WWE like that unless they're really, really putting money on this one. So Bianca Belair being a heel versus Rhea Ripley, in my opinion, does nothing, because they need to be able to feel that she's that heel. She's still going to be playing, I didn't mean it, I didn't do it, and still going to be fighting and still trying to be a face. And You don't want the New Day effect.
She's gonna
The
be
New Day
Ricochet.
effect.
She's gonna be
You
Ricochet right
don't.
now.
No, you don't want the New Day effect, where the New Day did what they did, where they hurt Big E and stuff, and oh, now she's like really hate it and she can't even get in the fucking ring. You want her to organically be heel and stupid. New Day just really just isn't being, put through anymore. So that's why I say fuck that. Fuck that. Alexa Bliss, I'd like to see her go at it, but her versus Rhea isn't another story that couldn't be put together. I mean, the whole David Goliath thing, like you were talking about before, with Alexa and Rhea, it just doesn't work. When you see a tiny chick versus a huge chick, I mean, yes, if they can do it right, they can play into everything that's going on, but I just don't see it happening. Bailey, that's over with. She doesn't need a belt right now. Naomi, same thing. Naomi's not going to carry the company. Roxanne, that's the go-to right now.
Yeah. I guess we're in agreement for the 2 elimination chambers, really. As crazy as it is. That's rare because we never agree on shit.
We do not.
We did not. No, we did not. Well, we're actually in the same boat. We're creating storylines as we're going because they're logical, and that I think that pulls the most money out of it realistically. So, how about the next women's match right now?
Who is it? TNT versus who?
Nia and Candice.
It would be a smart play to put TNT over just because Tippy has the belt and you're in Trish Stratus's home country. As far as Nia and Candice LeRae go, they don't really need to win, but it would help to push whatever's going on because who is Tippy? Oh, Tippy's facing Charlotte. Yeah. It would only be if they were trying to inject Nia in a 3-way somehow for that match, but it's not going to happen that way. So
I don't think it'll play that way. Not for WrestleMania.
Realistically, that's just keeping their story going on because they don't have anything else going on. Nia isn't going after anybody but the champ. So you don't see her facing other people with it. They put them against who was it? Bianca and Naomi when they had the belts. It was just to keep that going. But Nia's focus is on Tippy. So it doesn't matter what's going on. She's going to intervene somehow until Charlotte puts that to sleep. But they're going to wait till after Chamber.
Yeah, absolutely.
And who knows if Charlotte's going to come in and intervene too?
Yeah.
It all just depends. But really, the smart play is put the hometown favorite over with Tippy and keep her strong with the belt because she needs it right now. She needs to stay pace. She needs to keep up with the crowd. But I don't see anything going with Nia right now. It's just they're just this is something that could have been on Raw or SmackDown.
Absolutely. This would have been a fucking Saturday Night Main Event situation.
Yeah.
TV pay-per-view.
It just happens to be there in Canada. Why not put Trish on TV? It's a reason to get her on a pay-per-view.
I agree. TNT goes over on this one. I mean, you bring a legend and someone you're trying to turn face more so, you put in with someone who is a face. And technically, the last time we saw Trish before the Royal Rumble, she was a heel. The last time we saw Tiffy before the Royal Rumble, technically she was a heel. So, they're doing little flippy flops, kind of trying to erase the past real quick, give you something new to think about right now, and then moving towards WrestleMania. So,
yep.
And then the last match, the unsanctioned match, Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. Another run back from the past 20 years. I think it's just a filler to figure out what they're going to do with them. We know that they can take certain liberties with each other because they are good friends and they know each other and they've done these type of matches all over the world. PWG, Indies, Royal Rumble, Ring of Honor, everywhere. So I just think it's just a run back match to give some blood and some violence. You got to interject a little bit of that. That's pretty much it. I think Kevin Owens goes over.
Why are they doing this match?
That's the only reason I can see it. It's the only reason I can see it.
They're Canadians.
Well, that too. Yeah, they're both Canadians.
That's why they're doing this.
So it could be called a Canadian street fight, pretty much.
They could basically. Yes, they could. They're putting them on the match because, well, hello, you also have Trish Stratus on the match. It's all they're catering to whatever country they're playing in. Just like when they went to Australia, they made sure to put Rhea Ripley right front and center. If they're going to Europe, they're putting all the European wrestlers out there.
Gunther and Ludwig and all those people. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah, definitely on their tour. They're going to be doing a European tour heading to Mania. So of course they're going to put all their people out there. So it just makes sense. And what WWE puts to us out there is you're in a different country. Well, you're going to cater to that country. So let's put your top wrestlers out there so that way you buy the merch, watch the show, blah, blah, blah. I have no interest in this match, honestly. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn just doesn't do anything for me when they're against each other. When we're on the same page, it's worth the watch. It really is because they're good together. Of course, they're brothers, but seeing it like this, like what do we get out of this? This is just a filler match. They could have done something else.
This is a filler match, but they're saving people not to get hurt. I'm sure, right? But just like the Motor City Machine Gun and DIY was a filler match the last pay-per-view at Royal Rumble. Like,
well, you could have put someone else. You could put Rey Mysterio against somebody. They love seeing Rey because even though you don't like legends on the shows or WWE's not pushing them, he's still our living legend. Or you could have put Penta versus somebody on here worth watching. Instead, we get Kevin and Sami.
But I think I didn't think about it, but you're right. It's put Canadians in Canada, right? Get the pop. Everyone wins. Everyone wins technically because they get a big pop, and Canada gets homegrowns live on their shit. So
I'm going to call it out here. This is a broad fucking statement, bold statement, if anything. If I would love to see in the background.
Sami Zayn wins, we riot.
Oh no, dude! I'm not even talking about that. We're in Canada. If they don't show the Mountie while in Canada, they lost out on doing a good spot. They could always show them someone in the back stretching or whatever. And you remember the Mountie?
They can't. He was the one with he's PCO in TNA. And he just left TNA, so he's in GCW now. So maybe
you can have somebody dressed up as the Mountie. And at one point, there were 2 or 3 of them. So you can have somebody in the Canadian, outfit. The Canadian suit, that outfit or whatever, like the officer outfit, whatever. With the hat.
If Trish Stratus comes out like the Mountie?
That would be, dude, even better. But to have somebody in the back dressed up like that,
while someone's hits out,
getting ready, damn, or getting ready for a match or whatever the case may be, and you just see him in the background. I would love to see it, just because that would be like Triple H putting it out there that he's doing.
You say the Mountie, but why wouldn't it fucking be Bret Hart?
Because that's a given too. They'll probably play after that. You'll see that. You know what? Oh, I got you. When they show the people in the crowd, how they've been doing that on Netflix lately and whatever PLEs, they will show Bret Hart and Natalya sitting out in the crowd, waving to everybody. Hey, we're in the crowd.
Yeah. Either way. Thank you for tuning in another Thursday night edition of the Beyond the Ropes.
You're gonna end it like that.
I want to end it like that because you're an idiot.
You're just gonna end it like that. Oh my.
But hey, hit that Pearl River Slam on that follow and subscribe button.
Whoa. Pearl River.
Yeah.
You're in the 2-0, baby. Let's get a Riverwalk Slam going over here.
Now Riverwalk. Well, I'm doing old school Ahmed Johnson. He never did a fucking San Antonio River Slam.
Hey,
but we guess we could, huh?
Hello. It's like this is Triple H's era. There's no more black wrestlers. All right. This is Triple H.
You can edit this shit out. Jesus Christ. Shut the fuck up. What an idiot. Catch us live Thursdays. Catch us on the socials at Instagram, Spotify with video, iTunes, YouTube, Twitch VODs, Apple Podcasts, wherever you catch us. He's Fernando. Goddamn, you can get canceled. I'm Randy. And Jesus, catch us for more stories, more violence. Jesus Christ.
Until the next bell rings, I'm Retro Relapse. Hit the music. Let's get out of here.
Jesus Christ. Fuck.
Run before the cops go.